Hi everyone, welcome to this challenging question video. This is your mentor Ronak Shah and I have accepted challenge thrown to me by Tarun Malik sir. So as part of this challenge, I'll present a challenging question and I'll provide you an innovative approach, or you can call it shortcut, to solve the question. Um, Many of you might be wondering that, sir, we have just started our CAT preparation, so will we be able to understand this question and the solution? So let me tell you that, guys, what you require to solve this question is just the common sense. That's the kind of approach I'm going to show. So watch this video till the end and don't forget to hit the like button and do share it with all your friends. Also, let me know in the comment section that how are you finding this challenging question series from the educators of Unacademy. I'll be waiting for your comments. So let's begin and look at the question. So the question is from time, speed, distance, area. Two trains A and B started from 2 points X and Y respectively towards each other simultaneously. Okay, so when two trains start simultaneously towards each other, understand this part, that when they meet or when they cross each other, both of them must have traveled for the same time, not necessarily the distance, for the same time. For example, you and your friend started from your houses at 10 a.m. and you meet somewhere at 10:30. So both of you must have traveled for 30 minutes. So that's the concept we need to use in this question. Now train A reaches point Y in 10 minutes and train B takes 9 more minutes to reach point X after meeting train A. So let's understand the scenario through a diagrammatic representation. As I have shown on the screen, I have shown 2 points X and Y from where train A and B started, and let's assume that they are meeting at point Z over here, which is somewhere in between. We don't know whether it's exactly in the middle or it's towards Y or towards X, and so on and so forth, right? Now what we are told is train A is traveling the complete XY distance in 10 minutes, while train B travels the ZX distance, the after meeting, that is they are meeting at point Z, and after that it takes 9 minutes for train B to reach to X. So ZX distance train B travels in 9 minutes, and we are asked to find out the total time taken by train B to travel the complete distance YX, okay, or you can say XY. Now guys, if we go by normal method, what we will have to do is we'll have to assume the speed of train A, say a kilometer per hour or a kilometer per minute. I can assume in minutes, or and we'll have to take similarly speed of B kilometer per minute. And then we know that the total distance is always speed into time. So yes, we know the time taken by train A to travel the complete distance. So we'll get this total distance as say 10 into A. Similarly, this distance will be 9 into B, because train B travels at a speed of 9 km per minute as per our assumption, and it takes 9 minutes for it to travel this distance. So we'll get this distance as 10A minus 9B, and further we can create few more equations and solve it. This is the conventional approach, but in this particular method, in this particular video, we are not going to take up this approach. We are going to look at a shortcut, and towards the end I'll also explain this conventional method of solving by formulating the equation, so that in case if you have covered this topic, you get better idea about how to create the equations and all. But let's look at the solution, because many students in actual CAT exam solve this question in just 40 seconds. So yes, that's possible. How is it possible? Let's understand. So guys, what we know is train A travels the complete distance in 10 minutes time. Okay, so this first part of the journey, it must have traveled in some time, and then second part in the remaining time. Total time is 10 minutes. For train B, we know that train B takes 9 minutes time to travel this distance. We have assumed this point as that. Okay, now we need to find out the total time taken by train B to travel the entire distance. So guys, of course it can't be 6. So one option is straight away eliminated, because it takes 9 minutes to travel the remaining distance. So entire distance should be more than 9 minutes, right? Can it be something like 10 or 12 minutes? The answer is straight away no, and you can tick mark answer option C. Now why is it not possible 10 and 12 minutes? Let's understand. For example, if I assume that train B took total 10 minutes time, train B took total 10 minutes time, that means, and train B has taken 9 minutes to travel this ZX distance, so train B must have traveled this distance, YZ distance, in 1 minute, right? So can I say this is 1 minute, this is 9 minutes, so distance ZX should be 9 times distance ZY. Yes, that ZX distance is too much. Okay, and as I mentioned at the beginning, when two trains start simultaneously towards each other, when they meet, both of them must have traveled for the same time. That means train A must have traveled this distance in 1 minute and the remaining distance in 9 minutes. again this is not possible. Do you agree with this? Because we have assumed that this distance is smaller. I mean, as per this equation, this distance zy distance should be smaller than zx distance, while according to this data train A is taking 9 minutes and for the zy distance, so that's not possible. So this is how you can figure out 10 minutes total for train B is not possible. Similarly, if you check for 12, it won't be possible. In fact, you can make out that this time should be actually train A must have taken more than half the time, okay, to travel the first part, because total time it takes 10 minutes. I'm talking about train A. Please understand, train A has taken 10 minutes to travel the entire distance. So for the first part, it should have taken more than half the time. So what is half of 10? 5. So train A must have taken more than 5 minutes time over here. So similarly, train B must have taken more than 5 minutes time over here, as I just explained, because if we take lesser time, then that distance will become bigger. Okay, so that's how we can make out, okay, the total distance, this is 9 minutes and this has to be more than 5 minutes, so total should be something more than 14 minutes. There is only one option and we can go ahead with this. In case if you want to validate this option, we can also do that. Or say for example, if total time taken is 15 minutes for train B, so it has traveled this distance in 9 minutes and this distance it must have traveled in 6 minutes. That means train A must have traveled this distance in 6 minutes, and we know the entire time is 10 minutes, so this distance should have been traveled by train A in 4 minutes. Okay, now let's compare the time. Can I say this is zy distance? So for zy distance, ratio of time taken by A and B is 2:3. Similarly, for entire xy distance, ratio of time taken by A and B is 10 and 15 minutes, that is again 2:3. So ratio of time should remain same for two trains for the same distance. When the distance is same, the ratio of time for two different trains remain same. So yes, that also gels with the given data, and hence we can say answer is surely option C. So I really hope you have understood this. In case if you have just started your preparation, once you will practice few more questions, I'm sure you will understand this concept easily, so you can revisit this video. In fact, I'll keep coming up with more such videos, so you can keep attending my sessions daily on Unacademy CAT channel on YouTube at 6 p.m. right? Okay, apart from that, if we want to solve this question with a conventional approach, that is by formulating equations, so let's see how to do it. So guys, here what I'll assume is, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'll assume speed of train A as A kilometer per minute and speed of train B as B kilometer per minute. Why am I taking kilometer per minute? Because our data is in terms of minutes. Okay, so we know this distance should be 9b minutes, because speed into time is the distance. Similarly, the entire distance should be 10 into A kilometer. This should be 9 into B kilometer. So this remaining distance will come out to be 10A minus 9B kilometer, right? Now we know that time taken by train A to travel this first part and time taken by train B to travel this second part, the first part should be same, right? So this is point Z. So time taken by train A to travel XZ distance and time taken by train B to travel YZ distance should be same, because when they are meeting, both of them must have traveled for the same time. We know time is equal to distance by speed, right? So what is the distance over here? 9b. And at what speed train A is traveling? A kilometer per hour. So time is 9b by A. Similarly, this distance is 10a minus 9b, and the speed of B is B. Okay, speed of train B is B kilometer per minute. So time taken is 10a minus B upon B. This two times should be same, and by solving this equation, we'll get a relation. It will convert to a quadratic equation. For example, this will come out to be 9b square is equal to 10a square minus 9ab. So if I just simplify this, it will be 10a square minus 9ab minus 9b square, which is equal to 0. Right, now let's see how to solve this equation. I'll quickly show you this. Right, just a moment. So it is 10a square minus 9ab plus 9b square, sorry, minus 9b square is equal to 0. This is our equation, right? So yeah, 10 into 9, it's 90. So we need to factorize 90 in two parts such that summation is minus 9. So of course it's 15 6 are 90. So we can just split this middle term as minus 15ab plus 6ab minus 9b square, which is equal to 0. I can take out 5a as the common factor, so I'll be left with 2a minus b. Similarly, I can 2a minus 3b. Similarly, I can take out 3b as the common factor, so again I'll be left with 2a minus 3b, which is equal to 0. So our equation will be 2a minus 3b into 5a plus 3b equal to 0. So of course I can say 2a equal to 3b, or I can say 5a equal to minus 3b, right? You can say 2a minus 3b equal to 0, that is 2a equal to 3b. And similarly, of course, the ratio of speed can't be negative, so this has to be possible. So a by b should be 3 by 2. Now this is the ratio of speed. So if ratio of speed is 3 by 2, so can I say ratio of time of A and B should be 2:3? Yeah, so train A takes 10 minutes, so train B should take 15 minutes. This is how we could have solved the question, but this is a very lengthy approach. Why do we need to spend so much time? So I really hope you would have understood this. Please let me know in the comment section, how did you find this video? And yes, you can go for Unacademy Plus or Iconic subscription for the comprehensive preparation of CAT and other entrance exam. Even if you are targeting exam like UItimate, you can go for our courses. So please check the description for more details, and you can enroll using my code CHART10. Now stay tuned for more such challenging question. I am passing on the challenge to Ravi Prakash sir. So sir, over to you, and please come up with one more such question and provide some amazing solution. I'm sure all of you would enjoy it, guys. Keep learning. Bye. Take care.